Shut off for a second. Swap that headset.
Yes, if I wanted to. I only made one. I will be selling them, but I only made one.
Okay.
Yeah, I have big questions. I want to talk.
And hot color.
Love to start our Board of School Directors monthly action meeting agenda for January. This meeting is being recorded for broadcast on SATV. Will also be available on channel 28, Comcast Cable, and Verizon Class 46. As I promised everyone, I will read our mission statement. The mission of the Souderton Area School District is to prepare students to demonstrate competencies needed to contribute and to succeed in changing world by building a commitment to excellence and innovation, by working in partnership with
Mr. Formica. Here. Mr. Keith. Mr. Lambert. Here. Mr. Nelson. Here. Ms. Wheeler.
Here.
We have a forum.
Okay, Dr. Gallagher, we give a spotlight.
We do a spotlight. Yesterday, Wednesday, we had our fifth grade career expo that took place at the high school. Every fifth grader came up to the high school yesterday, and our high school students who have been through the Pathways program shared their career experiences that they've been having at the high school. It was an awesome day. Yes, the state police helicopter was there for the kids to see. I know that ended up on social media that something was wrong. Nothing was wrong. It was the state police came from Reading with their helicopter and their police and we had some police dogs here. That was the detective services lesson. So it was a great day. The fifth graders, I honestly sometimes I think it's their favorite field trip is just to come to our high school. So that's what we're going to see.
Before we get into business, please learn what a business is. So business creates and delivers something of value for which others are willing to pay.
I'm a senior at the high school, and what we're doing right now is the fifth grade expo, and currently the pathway that we're focusing on is the business and communications. So these different pathways help the students at like a fifth grade, at a young age, find out what they want to do when they grow up and get older, and when they get to the high school, it gets them like a solid foundation. And we're doing a bunch of different activities like demonstrations, quizzes, so that we can encourage these kids to follow in the steps of business and communications, figure out if they like it or not.
Today, I'm here to learn just how all the classes lead up into college, because I want to work in the stock market, and I think that's pretty cool.
There's a lot of equipment on the bottom of the helicopter. Just under the nose, you'll see a large black ball. That's the infrared camera system. So this time of year, people who are 98 degrees will really stand out against a frozen ground backdrop.
Those are a lot of small things to do.
My main career that I want to go to is law enforcement. I would like to become a PhD trooper. And the reason why I always wanted to become a PhD trooper is because my father and also just always wanting to help someone. I want to become a cop, and sometimes, it's intimidating and everything, and I would like to show younger girls that you can do it and that you're tough and you can do whatever you put your mind to it and everything. I'm really enjoying coming to the high school today. Since my siblings are here, I kind of get to see what their life is like, and I also really like seeing all the pathways that we can have as students. And it's interesting to listen to the seniors' pathways and think about what my pathway could be. Right now, I'm really interested in psychology and kind of just helping people and animals too.
Do you think that they're able to apply our new books? Is this, they're just books? Okay, does anybody think they can do it? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh! Okay, you're trying pretty hard.
This is a really cool day because I actually remember when I was in 5th grade coming up to the high school and seeing all the pathways. I used to want to be an actor actually. I don't even know where that came from, but as I went through middle school and high school, the pathways program really helped me decide I want to be in the industry and engineering field. I've taken a bunch of classes at the high school that it's showed me in the future I want to be in the biomedical engineering field. It's really cool to see all the 5th graders here now and knowing I was in their shoes when I was their age, and now being able to talk to them about the high school is pretty cool.
Thank you, Mr. Fromm. So that was a great day yesterday. We'll continue to make that a yearly thing as part of our career plan, which is our Project 339. So thank you for your help.
Just one comment on pathways. When I go to other districts, and even out of the state, when they hear what we do, it's a very unique program, and it is homegrown. So our students get a great chance to know somewhat what they want to do for the rest of their life. But sometimes I don't know what I want to do for the rest of my life, but we should be proud that we do have that program here. And, that's good. So next on agenda, student representatives.
Hello, my name is Amelia. I'm going to be talking first about what happened at the high school recently. So this January, we had a lot of testing. We had keystones and finals throughout the week, and the testing schedule allows a lot of students who are not testing to come in late or leave early and have a chance for other classes that they're working on currently. Some students choose to come into school to study and work on assignments with their teachers, which is a great opportunity. The second semester started today, and a lot of students are having new classes due to this. On Friday, January 10th, interested freshmen were able to tour Monco Career Center. They learned about different programs, opportunities, and the application process. January 30th, on Thursday, is an open house for parents and students to Monco, and all the applications are due February 7th if anyone's interested or knew their kid is. Course selection town hall meetings were held for all the 9th and 10th grade students during Block 2.5, and the course selection meeting for the 8th grade students was on January 13th. They're all able to select their courses for the next year coming up. Save and the advisors, Mrs. Wilson and Mr. Burley, collected more than 250 Christmas trees at the recycling event and were able to save up money. January 22nd, we held the 5th grade expo, like the video showed. All the 5th grade students in the district visited the high school to learn about the Pathway 360 program. And it helps students learn about career fields so they can discover their strengths and what will lead to finding their personal path after high school. And Tim Clements of the Souderton Rotary donated the C-Star S50 Smart Astronomical Telescope to the Souderton Area High School, and it will empower our students to explore the universe in astronomy classes. They're making the donation in memory of the incredible, influential Rotarian Al Engel, and sadly he passed away suddenly in early October 2024, and he was very dedicated to supporting STEM education. He helped to develop the STEM Youth Explorer Academy, so this was donated in his honor for the school. And now Nadia for sports.
Good evening, my name is Nadia. I'll be covering sports and what's coming up. So boys basketball is 11-5 of the season with their next home game on the 28th as they host Central Bucks East. Girls basketball is 8-9 of the season with their next home game tomorrow as they host Central Bucks West. Boys wrestling is 14-5 of the season. Girls wrestling is 1-0 in their regular season. More importantly, they have 2 fourth place, 1 third place, and 2 first place tournament wins. The boys indoor track and field team is off to a great start, having already broken 5 school records in less than 1 month of competition. As of mid-January, the 4x200 meter relay team holds the fastest time in the state. Girls indoor track and field is also off to a great start, having broken 7 school records. Girls swim and dive is 4-4 overall, and the boys are 5-3. Cheer placed 4th in their suburban league championship. As for what's coming up, winter ball is Saturday night. We are expecting approximately 750 students. No school on Wednesday, January 29th for teacher and service. On January 30th, Pathway ambassadors will visit both middle schools to discuss Pathway programs for the 8th grade students. And back to school night is January 30th. Have a nice night.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. Next on the agenda, public comment, Mr. Taylor.
Mr. President, I need to raise a sunshine objection first. May I speak on that? I want to make sure it's done. All right. So pursuant to Title 65, Section 710.1C, otherwise known as Sunshine Act, I object to the following actions being taken upon tonight. Action item 7.2, the approval of the minutes. No draft minutes have been presented on board docs or on the district website for the public to view prior to tonight's meeting. As I noted in my email to the board yesterday, other governing agencies in the area do this. Per board policy 6, Robert's Rules of Order is the parliamentary authority. Robert's Rules 41, 9 through 12 dictates the procedure for reading and approval of minutes. The board has apparently adopted the minutes as presented/prepared. This implies that a copy of the minutes has been sent to members prior to voting tonight. If this is the case, the minutes should be included in the agenda packet as presented on the board docs website. By not including them, you are in violation of not only the Sunshine Act, but your own parliamentary procedure and rules. It is once again suggested and recommended a copy of the minutes be presented on the agenda, of the minutes be presented on board docs, and a clearly watermarked draft posted on the website 24 hours prior to the meeting. I will further note that my concerns and inaccuracies of the October minutes as approved in November have not been addressed, and no such correction appears on tonight's action items. Action item 7.8, let me finish. Action items 7.8 and 7.9 also do not. I'm sorry, this is my objection.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is an objection.
Hold on a second. We will note the first objection within the minutes. The Sunshine Act permits you to raise objections to things occurring at this meeting.
Yes, this is all tied to the same thing.
The objection is about an item that's on the agenda. We raise that objection. You're not talking about an October issue, which is a separate issue. It's not related to this meeting. If you want to have public comment,
I'm sorry. Are you one of the elected board members that I'm addressing? No, you are not. You are just an attorney. I'm addressing the board. This is my chance to address the board, please.
No. You asked to address the board.
I'm sorry. You are not my elected board member.
I think that's not.
You are not my elected board member. I'm sorry.
Part of my job here is to guide the board.
You're doing your job wrong then.
Well, you're free to have that opinion.
Anyway, all right, well, the other two things, action 7.8 and 7.9, also do not have attached copies of their respective resolutions to be voted on as well. It's all part of the same objection that you're voting on things that are not included on the agenda and on board docs. Thank you.
I would ask the Secretary to ensure that the minutes reflect the objection raised in this one. Mr. Shelley.
Good evening, and as always, thank you for your service to the community. As you may all know, I am a graduate of this school district. As someone who has seen firsthand how much our schools have changed over the years, I feel a deep connection to this community and a strong interest in ensuring that our schools continue to serve students and families well. I'm here tonight to express my concern about the decision to waive the public hearing for the charter school agreement. While I understand that this may be the norm, I believe that norms can and should evolve to better serve the community. Public hearings are a cornerstone of democratic decision-making, especially when it comes to education, and they provide an essential opportunity for community members to voice their concerns and ask questions about decisions that will have long-term impacts on our students and schools. Given the significant changes I've witnessed since I was a student here, I think it's more important than ever to ensure that the community has a meaningful voice in these decisions. Waiving the public hearing risks leaving many stakeholders feeling unheard, especially when it comes to decisions that affect the future of our schools and the resources available to our students. For those who are unfamiliar with the waiver, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Counselor, allow me to break it down. There are rules in place that are required to be followed on these agreements. These rules are established for a reason. To waive a rule or requirement, one party had to essentially say, we don't want to follow this requirement, and the other party has to agree they don't either. You can call me conservative on the topic, but I don't like waivers. I believe in established procedure and respect the rationale for the requirements set forth. I urge the board to reconsider this practice in the future and to commit to holding public hearings for decisions of this magnitude. For a body that is having difficulty convincing the general public month after month that they practice transparency and have the good of our community in mind, waiving the public hearing doesn't help your argument. Transparency and community engagement are not just good practices, they are essential to building trust and ensuring that our schools continue to meet the needs of all students. I hope you reconsider your vote. Thank you for my comment.
Thank you, Mr. Shell. We have Jenny Marion on the topic of charter and resolution renewal.
Good evening, so many friendly faces. I'm Jenny Mary, I'm a resident of Harleysville, and I'm also the president on the Board of Trustees for Souderton Charter School Collaborative. I'm commenting or giving an update for the charter resolution on the action agenda this evening. On Tuesday, January 21st, 2025, the SCSE Board of Trustees voted on and approved the charter that is also on the district's agenda for this evening. And I just wanted to express our gratitude. The leadership team at SCSE appreciated the opportunity to create a charter that will serve the best interests of both the district and the charter school and the students. It was a productive exercise for us and our respective solicitors in referencing the charter school law and balancing it with our independent priorities. So I was grateful to be a part of the process and to engage with the district in a new way. It's my hope that this document will provide a solid foundation for our futures. I thank you, and be well.
Thank you. Compliment both sides for coming together and coming to a resolution. It leads to a lot of positive things in the future. So thank you. Mr. Kelly. Maureen Krantz on the topic of the agenda.
Hi, my name is Maureen Kratz, and I am from Lower Southbury. Here we are again, it's like deja vu, pleading with the board to just provide attachments, do the bare minimum. Just so we're all aware, board members are invited to remove items from the consent action agenda if further discussion is needed. So meeting minutes, we don't have any of them. Any of you guys want to remove them? None of you. How about the tax collector compensation responsibility resolution? Why don't we have visibility to that? You're voting to approve it, but you couldn't attach it. So these pathway programs are awesome, but if you guys are what we're building them to be, I mean, I don't know, Mr. Landish, you work at Univest, I believe. If somebody handed you an agenda to approve financial items without attachments, would you approve anything? Like, help me understand why you think that you can just use our money like piggy banks, approving and doing whatever you damn well please, and not providing us with any insight into it. So last year alone, we had 4 confidential legal settlements. Now I realize there are reasons for things to be confidential, but it's either we did something we don't want anybody to know, or we're protecting somebody. I'm leaning towards we did something we don't want anybody to know. Last year, we also approved check registers and the list of financials 11 times, but there were only attachments twice. Let's see, what else are you guys doing? Security guard compensation plan. We pay these guys, we just approved their 5-year compensation plan, guys. No attachment. This is millions of dollars. I haven't even seen justification that we need a police force. But you guys just keep approving shit like it's a checkbook for you. So I'm here to let you all know that Right to Know Souderton, which is a website that I have put up, has all the facts about all the things the district does not want you to see. The multiple lawsuits that they're currently fighting because their solicitor gives questionable legal advice, to be honest. So Mr. Nelson, Mr. Landon, this is an opportunity for you guys to do something heading towards positive change. I know you're up for election. I wish you the best. Mr. Brown and Ms. Flesack, you guys have been around for a while. Maybe it's time for you to, like, nobody in these meetings, because we can't present this agenda to our community without attachments showing up. None of you?
15 seconds.
None of you? None of you, not a single one of you. You're an embarrassment. Right to Know Souderton, by the way, we're going to elect these idiots out.
Alexander Whistler on item 7.17, expulsion.
Good evening, Alex Whistler, Upper Southford Township. Item 7.17 on the consent action agenda is to approve expulsions of 3 students. This brings the total expulsions for this school year to 10, and we still have 5 months to go. By comparison, only 5 students were expelled last year and 3 the year before. In just half a school year, the number of expulsions has already doubled from last year and tripled from 2 years ago. This sharp increase is alarming, and it points to a potentially deeper issue within our schools that cannot be ignored. Expulsions profoundly impact the lives of these students, their families, and our community as a whole. So I am here to ask, what steps are the administration and the board taking to address this trend? Thank you.
How do we get an answer to those questions, by the way?
Yeah, excuse me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We don't have comments. John Oldenburger on the topic.
Thank you for your question. There are years in the past that we've had this many expulsions. Look back 15 years ago, maybe. It ebbs and flows. The fact of the matter is we are enforcing our discipline code. And there's different levels of discipline that end up, unfortunately, reaching to an expulsion level. So these kids are placed in appropriate placements and getting the support they need.
Thank you.
We recently learned that this is.
No comments, please. Mr. Taylor.
John Waldenberger, request consideration on new business.
Right? Yeah, so according to the Sunshine Act, yes. You know, I've tried to bring this up before, but some employees of this board seem to think otherwise, even though I'm staring at the law directly. Regarding the agenda 712.1, the following exceptions are applicable to add to the agenda. Emergency business, which is something like danger or life of property. Business arises within 24 hours before the meeting. An agency may take official action on a matter of agency business that is not listed on a meeting agenda if it arises or is brought to the attention of the agency within 24 hours prior to the meeting, and the matter is de minimis in nature and does not involve the expenditure of funds or entering into a contract or agreement by the agency. You can also do it for business arising during the meeting. That said, I think it would be an appropriate time to finally grow a pair, that this board grows a pair, and take a stand, and this lovely resolution I've been trying to give to you guys for the last, 5, 6 months now? Censure bill for Micah. Add it to the new business. It does not cost you anything. It will show us that you're listening to us. Add it. I have a copy here if you would like to use it to read and vote on today. You can do it. Add it to the agenda under new business and try and, show a little more faith. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andrew Shushay on the topic of charter school.
Good evening, Andrew Suchet. I live in Franconia. Today, I just wanted to take an opportunity to really laud the community, the extended community, all the leadership here from both institutions. This is a good day. It's really good for our community. It's good for our kids. And more importantly, as always, we're about education, right? This is the school board. So that's it. Have a good day.
An executive session was held January 8, 2025 to discuss legal matters. The session lasted approximately 30 minutes. An executive session was held prior to tonight's meeting to discuss legal matters and personnel items, including retirements, resignations, and appointments. The session lasted approximately 30 minutes. Dr. Gallagher.
Tonight, I have a pretty lengthy report. We actually marked the end of the first semester of school, high school. We are officially at the halfway point in the school year. Hopefully the weather will get warmer as we move on. Next week, the district will host the Pennsylvania Music Educators District 11 String Fest. Over 200 students, grades 5 through 9, from 12 areas surrounding schools will be participating in our district next week. Also next week, we have approximately 45 students participate in the Special Olympics Polar Plunge at Citizens Bank Park. Better than me. The proceeds from this annual fundraiser benefit Special Olympics and our athletes. The student rep mentioned the Souderton Rotary donation of the telescope, the Seastar telescope. I just want to reiterate that that was a memory of Al Angle, who was a long time Souderton Rotarian, a community member here, and really put a lot of effort into our students' STEM experiences. So he died suddenly, and it's a big loss to our community. Our community education department has released the winter-spring offerings. It has a wide variety of classes, including driver's ed, swim lessons, crafting, fitness classes, cooking classes, everything you can imagine. Fly tying, fly fishing, I took that one time. The weather has given us a challenging day. We don't have to recess. I want to thank our facilities team for keeping our sidewalk ramps that safe. And Monday night, I did get a message from the flooding hill in Harleysville. We're having a 2-hour delay on Tuesday. I said, if you're at the flooding hill Monday night, we're having normal school time on Tuesday. They thought the buses would not start. I want to clarify, our buses are all plugged in on nights like that. So it's highly unlikely they won't start. Finally, the PA School Board Association designated January School Board Recognition Month. I want to thank our board for their commitment and service.
Thank you, Dr. Gallagher. Going to the consent agenda.
Mr. Nelson, at this time, I would like to recommend to the board that they approve the consent action items 7.2 to 7.17 as presented. Board members are invited to remove an item from the consent action agenda if further discussion is needed. Items on the consent action agenda are to be considered motion for approval, our board meeting minutes, financial statements and checklistings, approved request to attend conferences and workshops, ratified request to attend conferences, approved request for out-of-state or overnight field trips, approved the appointment of SAT representative to the North Monco Technical Career Center Joint Operating Committee for a 3-year term, Approve the 2025-2026 Act 1 General Fund Budget Opt-out Resolution. Approve the Tax Collector Compensation and Responsibilities Resolution. Approve Guaranteed Energy Savings Agreement. Approve personnel items. Approve a resolution and charter to renew the charter for the Saturday Charter School Collaborative. And approve student enrollment.
Do I have a motion to accept?
Move.
Second. Keith, any comments or questions?
Mr. Nelson, I will be abstaining from 7.10, approval of the substitute list, as I have a family member that's on that list.
So noted. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Future meetings. On February 12th, we have the Souderton Area Board Committee meetings, 6:30 in this location. February 19th, North Monco Technical Career Center at 7:30. February 26th, the IU at the PR Meetings Unit. February 27th, this meeting at 7 o'clock. For the solicitor,
I have nothing to report at this time.
any unfinished or new business for the board? What is that?
Give an update from the MCIU. They heard from the PAIU that there is a statewide consortium with MindCast. And MindCast is an industry-leading secure email gateway that provides schools with AI-powered email security. It also offers leak prevention and security awareness training. And because it's a consortium, there are reduced pricing for the schools. So the IU is purchasing this security measure at the IU, and it's available across the state.
Thank you, Mr. President. Anything else?
Just a correction that next month's JSC meeting will be for board of not at the school.
Okay, thank you.
Take it to the agenda. Take it to the resolution.
Bring the GZO on meeting consideration.
For JZO Upper Southford. Someone asked me just last week, how many times have I commented at board meetings requesting live streaming and indefinite storage of meeting recordings. So this afternoon, I went back and I reviewed the meeting minutes from December 2023 forward. And I confirmed that I have made this request at 10 of the last 12 board meetings. There were 2 exceptions. One was August. I was not selected randomly. And one was October, where I was traveling. Excuse me. Mr. Waldenberger was recording that one, but it ended abruptly, so I couldn't watch the rest of the meeting. Regardless, your decisions make it impossible for me to participate unless I'm physically in the building. So I am left asking myself, why don't you want parents and community members to participate? So I'm now asking for the 11th time, please store meeting recordings indefinitely. Please consistently post all of the attachments to the agendas. And please live stream meetings. After all, a well-informed public is an asset to the entire school district. Souderton deserves better. Please, I'm asking you, please do these things.
Alexander Witzer, Policy Committee.
Alex Witzer, Upper Southford Township. The Policy Committee has not met in the last 11 months. The last meeting was in February of 2024. All of our neighboring school districts have a Policy Committee meeting that meets on a regular monthly basis. In March of 2023, I reminded the board that it had been over 7 years since a policy meeting was held. I believe this lack of commitment to holding policy meetings on a regular basis reflects poorly on the district and this board's leadership. Why should we care about the lack of policy committee meetings? First, these policies are supposed to be the guardrails our board and administration should be following in order to do everything from protecting and educating our children, to treating teachers and staff fairly, to maintaining our school facilities properly. Our neighboring districts have a much more effective and efficient school boards. Their policies are more up to date, in some cases by decades. Here are a few examples. We have at least 26 policies dated from 1999 or earlier. Policy 709, building security, was last revised in 1992. Perkiomen and Valley revised this in 2006 and have an attached administrative guideline dated 2024. Policy 318, we have two of those apparently. One entitled Weapons, revised in 1999, and the other entitled Terrorist Threats and Acts, revised in 2007. PV revised both of those in 2020, or that one. Policy 104.1, reasonable accommodations, was last revised in 1998. PV's revision was in 2020. Policy 140, charter school, was implemented for the first time in May of 2023, yet many of the Souderton Charter Collaborative folks in the audience know that this charter school has been in existence way before 2023. The district also announced last year the purchase of a therapy dog, yet the district does not have any policies on record for that. The PSBA has model policies, 718 for therapy dogs and 718.1 service animals. Souderton taxpayers are paying thousands of dollars for our district to have a PSBA membership that includes model policies for district to use as a template. If we aren't using them, we're wasting money while being taxed to the max. Souderton deserves better. Thank you.
John Moldenberger of Believe.
This is also right above your head. So, yes, let's talk about bullying. We got a great bully sitting on this board up here, knows all about it. We got a guy that thinks it's okay to say that former First Lady looks like a dude, that a singer's body wasn't made for men, whatever garbage she was peddling, still sitting up here. Now we got a guy sitting in the White House again that thinks it's okay to disparage women. Why do you interrupt me? I'm the only one who interrupts, by the way.
I don't think that's actually true. But
It is.
there's kind of truth. All right, so the purpose of the public comment is to address issues related to district business. This school and all. And here's the issue. Here's why we try our best to ensure we consistently establish that. Because if under First Amendment law, if we open up a forum and let anybody talk about anything they want, once we open up that opportunity, it's to talk about it, including the equals. Whether or not President Biden should have pardoned people, whether the British march for people's battles honor. Once we open up it to topics outside issues related to the school district, I've got to let anybody who wants to talk about it. And I'm assuming most of the people here don't want to sit here. They want to hear about the Eagles. They tune in to sports shows. If they want to hear about the British monarch, they find some other forum to hear that. So that's part of the reason I'm trying to make sure we are very careful to ensure that what we're talking about is related to district business. At the beginning, you were talking about a board member. To go there, we're now monitoring the things that are.
So, Mr. Nelson, are you not the president of this board?
I am.
Okay, so why is he interrupting me, and why aren't you controlling this meeting?
Because it's a legal matter,
It's not a legal amendment. Well, it is First Amendment, yeah. If I was allowed to say what I'm trying to say, you would have heard what I want to say and see how it would connect. Just like when you threw me out unconstitutionally in October, if you had let me get to what I had prepared, you would have heard the connection, but you did not let me get to the connection.
And you're not going to work.
It is connected.
I brought the issue to you. Then get it there. That's my suggestion.
Okay, can I reclaim my time back since I kind of...
We stopped the one stop talking. I told you all the time that we stopped.
And you will not interrupt me?
As long as you comply with the rules of the forum, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, get it quick, please.
As I was saying, now we have a president that thinks it's okay to disparage women, disparage people of color, immigrants, based on the imaginary line that they cross, etc. Bully people, dehumanize people just because they're gay or transgender and whatnot. Well, guess what? Our kids are listening to this garbage. And for years, bullying has been a huge problem in this district that has gone untouched. Just right at the start of this school year, the year, my child was accosted by two students who have been bullying him for a couple years now, since middle school. And all he's been told is just ignore them, they'll go away. And he's been doing a pretty good job of it, until the two of them decided to accost him in the hallway, and for no reason called him I won't say the word because you let someone else say it, but let's just say it starts with an N. They called my child the N-word. And because one of the students, apparently that was their last day, got away with it scot-free. The other student, who I had caught with a swastika profile photo on their school-issued device in middle school, was also left to go away with it scot-free. Our children are listening, and they're learning, and they're seeing that when people like Mr. Formica and President Trump do it, they can get away with it. They're seeing that they can get away with it. Thank you for setting such a great example and not dealing with bullying in our schools.
I see your stop still. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Do I have a motion for adjournment? Second. All in favor? All right.